Hi, it's Collie from Collie Talks, Transformative Conversations. I am so excited to be here with you today. I have been away, of course, for 2 weeks. As you know, this is a bi-weekly or bi-monthly, I should say, conversation that I hold with myself and you, as well as myself and others that I will bring to you. Today, I am going to be sharing with you something so crucial. You know, sometimes as we go through experiences in life, we don't give ourselves enough credit. We don't claim our growth. We don't look at the experience that we've just gone through, that in fact it is transforming us in some way. And so then we rush into wanting more. We want more and quicker. But transformation takes time. We really need to focus on this for a moment here. And one of the things that I work with in my work is the pyramid of logical levels. This is a model that was developed by Robert Dilts, who I studied with in Santa Cruz University in Santa Cruz, California. Now, the pyramid is a hierarchical representation of the levels at which change can occur in an individual. This is probably my favorite tool in my coaching toolbox. You'll understand how the pyramid goes as we go along here. So let's just dive in. Now, if you were to take a piece of paper and draw a triangle, a pyramid, then split the triangle with horizontal lines so that it has 6 separate levels. It would be on top the mission, identity, values and beliefs, skills, behavior, and environment at the bottom. Now, these levels, bottom to top, are environment, behavior, skills, values, beliefs, identity, spirituality, in brackets, mission. Now, let me walk you through all 6 levels, starting from the bottom up. Level 6 is the environment. The level is your physical reality. You can think of it as the physical and social context in which you exist. Everything from the physical environment to social relationships and even your own body sits at this level. This is where most people want to see changes happen. At this level, you will have your environment, the climate, country, city, the home you are living in, etc. Your relationships, family, friends, your partner, your business partners, your team, your coworkers, community, your social circle, etc. Your career, the industry you're working in, your company, company culture, location, office settings, your own business, your side hustles, etc. Your money and everything that money can buy, your house, car, clothes, material possessions, food, entertainment, your brightness of life, etc. Then your body. As a person, you live within your body. You probably had that thought before that you appear to be some sort of being that lives within your body and is looking at the world through your eyes from the depth of your skull. In a sense, your body is your only home. It's your vessel, and your soul resides in that vessel. You basically are a ghost in this shell. Consider any goals related to the physical changes in the body, such as getting in shape, to be at this level. So the level environment is normally the level where people want to see the change. And the ultimate driver of human behavior is creating the ultimate human experience. Well, since we experience reality through our 5 senses, logically, our mind works to optimize toward what we think the ultimate human experience is for us. Let's take getting fit, moving to the city that we think is best for our growth, developing relationships that give us fulfillment and a sense of connection, building a career that gives us meaning, money, and freedom. Whatever your goals are at this level, what do you think you need to do to induce change at the level of environment? You need to change your behavior. And this is our level 5. Level 5, behavior. So now to change your physical environment, you have to take action. To get outcomes that are different from your current results, you need to exercise a different behavior. The level of behavior includes your actions, your reactions, your responses, your habits, your daily systems, your morning routine, your body language, your communication skills, the way you show up in the world, the way you read other people, the way you influence other people, the language you apply to yourself, and the language you apply to the world. I emphasize the last two because they're connected directly to the concept of neurolinguistic programming, of which I have trained in over the years and actually have a Beyond Master's certification in it. Now, that is one of my credentials, right? But this is about the language that you apply toward yourself and the world is programming your mind to have a certain perception of self and perception of your world. In other words, your reality is what you think it is. Now, let's zoom in on this for a little bit here. You have probably heard before about the law of attraction. Well, I'm not a big fan of the law of attraction per se, but it does exist in a philosophy that suggests the positive thoughts bring positive results into a person's life, while negative thoughts bring negative outcomes. Yes, this is true to an extent, but most people misunderstand how exactly this law should be applied in their own life. First, you don't experience reality. However, what you do experience is your own thoughts. Then it gets very simple, really. Think good thoughts, have a good time inside your mind. Think negative thoughts and have a bad time. Second, your thoughts elicit your emotions. Driven by your emotions, you make decisions and take actions. Some emotions lead you to a decision to not take any action at all. Both taking action and not taking action lead to a certain outcome, right? Got it? So, this is where we can introduce another more practical law, the law of action. I love this because the law of action requires that you do something to manifest the things you want. Even in, for those who have never read or don't believe in, reading the Bible says faith without works is dead, right? So the law of action requires that you do something to manifest the things you want. Implications for you? Well, to be equals to do. To have different outcomes, you have to take different actions. But what is limiting our ability to take action or exercise the desired behavior? Well, this is our next level, our skills, meaning your skills right now. So level 4 is skills or capability. You can only exercise the behavior if you have the skill, capability to do it. Well, obviously, right? You cannot exercise the behavior if you don't have the skills. For example, you can't make an app if you don't know how to do coding. The range of actions, behaviors that you can exercise is limited by the scope of your skill set. That's just a given. So this level represents an individual's skills and abilities. It includes things like knowledge, expertise, competence, hard skills, aka technical skills, soft skills, aka foundational, human, transferable skills. So, what are the main implications for you at this level? Self-awareness is of absolute importance. It's important to understand what skills you have, what skills are underdeveloped, and what skills you need to acquire to manifest the desired reality. Now, please note, when I use the word manifest, there is no metaphysical connotation to it. Manifesting simply means taking action in order to change the physical environment. Awareness of your skill gap will drive your skill acquisition strategy. After you've completed your full skills audit and identified the skill gap, you can start to build your learning plan, right? So now ask yourself, what are the capabilities that you need to acquire that stand between you and your vision? Good question, right? You see, knowledge related implication, right? We don't know what we don't know. Your current understanding is limited by your current knowledge about everything, about yourself, about others, about how the universe truly works. And no one knows the truth about the universe. The whole knowledge of humanity is really only an approximation, right? Thinking that you know how the world works is the first indication of, some people would say, ignorance. We don't know what the objective reality is. We only build our own maps of reality that help us navigate through this thing called life. And this is implication number 4. The map is not the territory. Everything you know as truth is true only for you. Ironically, the more knowledge you have, the more you realize how little you know about reality. Implication number 5, and the danger that is hidden within it. Believe in your map long enough, and your map will become the territory. You see, the world, not the way it is, but the way you are. The universe is really neutral. It's neither good nor bad. It will just confirm for you through your experience all the things that you believe are true for you. But here I digress. What did we understand so far? Well, your environment is shaped by your behavior, the actions you take or actions you don't, and to have the results you never had and that you would need to exercise a new behavior. The scope of behaviors that you can exercise is limited by the scope of your skills. So, how do we acquire these skills? Well, this is where it's going to start to get interesting, right? So let's take a look now at the next level, which is level 3, and those are your values and your beliefs. So if you're looking at an image, you can see the level is split with a diagonal level, values and beliefs, okay? Now, this level represents an individual's underlying beliefs and values, which shape their perceptions and interpretations of the world. So some main principles to note at this level, and I really like this level. I like them all, but your values drive your behavior, right? In life, we only do things that we see as important. If it is not important for us, we'll stop doing it or we'll avoid doing it. So for example, we all know that I don't have time is an excuse. You see, you'll find time for everything you find important. If you're not doing it, it is just not important enough to be prioritized. So your values drive your skill acquisition. You're acquiring skills that you think are important for building your life, or you acquire skills that satisfy your innate curiosity. For example, if your health is a value, you will acquire the skills of eating correctly, going to the gym, doing yoga, or whatever it is that will help you improve your health. If your creativity is your value, you will learn how to express your creativity through something that's creative, arts, crafts, music. If money is your value, you will be focusing on acquiring the skills that will help you to improve your money, your wealth. Your values are the pointers. They point you. They are the pointers of the direction. You are being pulled by your values. So now you will be living in alignment with, your values and exercising the corresponding behaviors to acquire important skills unless you are blocked by limiting beliefs. And this is where we are now. So you will not take action, the right action, even if you know what the right action is, if you are blocked by limiting beliefs. For example, you are looking for work. You may know that networking is an important part in securing the job as valuable. However, you are not connecting with other people because you're blocked by limiting beliefs such as, oh, no one wants to talk to me. I have nothing to offer. I don't want to be seen as a beggar. What if they reject me? I'm not good at selling myself. On and on and on. So one more example is you may think that building a reputation in your industry through thought leadership is important for you because you want to generate better opportunities or be seen as a leader, but you're blocked by limiting beliefs. This is This, oh my goodness, is classic imposter syndrome, right? Who am I to speak up? No one is going to listen to me. I'm not a subject expert. I don't know where to start. What if people will judge and criticize me? What if I say so? The level of beliefs is the level where a lot of coaching work is taking place. As a coach, I uninstall or upgrade ineffective mindsets or limiting beliefs so that the core values flow and manifest themselves freely. If you don't know what your core values are, please review this. You will find that it is vital to move forward. So, next, what lies beyond the level of values and beliefs? Introduce the level of identity. The level of identity represents an individual's concept of self and personal identity. You can also call it ego or your concept of self. This level includes things like the roles that you play. For example, father, husband, son, in the context of your family, job, title, role in the context of your career, and roles with other paradigms like coach, coachee, mentor, mentee, teacher, student, manager, employee, leader, follower, etc. Then there's the personal ethos. Who am I? Who am I as a person, professional, human being? What does my journey on this planet really mean to me? Personal goals, all the things that you want to accomplish in life. Psychology, psych type. Core beliefs. I am the person who. Meta programs. Well, what is a meta program? I'll be creating more content on this, but a quick example would be locus of control. Philosophically, do you think that things are just happening to you, or are you the one who is making things happen? The former outlook is called the external locus of control, and the latter is the internal, right? Locus of control. So the level of identity is the level where the heavy lifting of coaching takes place. Now, working on core beliefs or reengineering the identity is always hard, focused work. True transformation takes time. And this is how I began at the beginning of this podcast. You cannot rush the river. You learn something you need to integrate. You learn something you need to process. You can imagine how much work it takes to reprogram the mindsets that have remained unchallenged for decades. So please be gentle. True transformation takes time. This is crucial. The good news, and something you will always need to keep in mind, is that everything you've accepted for yourself as absolute truth is true only for you. Every single thing that you believe is true about you is just a puzzle piece in your concept of self. Your identity can be redesigned if there is an intention, self-discipline, and accountability. You are not set in stone. Your mind is fluid, malleable, and adaptable. And okay, I get it. You're probably thinking it seems like you can be a high functioning individual if you get everything sorted up to the level of identity, right? And you will be right. Indeed, many people are. In my work, I work with extremely high functioning and successful, from the material point of view, people. But question is, are they happy? You would be surprised to see how many people with all their material wealth lack a sense of purpose and fulfillment in their life. So many ask, what is missing? Well, is there anything else beyond the level of identity that you as a human should be focusing on to make that you develop holistically and live a happy, balanced life? There is. And that is spirituality. And not everyone reacts in the same way to the word spirituality, especially in the Western world, but this represents the core of coaching that I do and I stick to. If it sounds too woo-woo for your mind at this point, you can call this level mission or purpose or any other words that resonate personally with you. It doesn't matter what you call it, but this level represents an individual's connection to a higher power or sense of a purpose. It includes things like an individual's spiritual beliefs and practice it. It includes creativity, meaning how the creator in you manifests itself in the world. And at this level, you will be defining your ultimate why. This is also the level where the most intimate, most transformational work takes place. Yes, that word, transformational, that's what this podcast is all about. As I have shared before, as a coach, I work with high functioning, sometimes very high earning individuals who, from a material standpoint, have everything one would think they want to have: a great career, high salary, big house, car, family, yet somehow they're still lacking meaning in their lives. So, to be fully fulfilled in life, you should gain absolute clarity on what you are and what you are not. You should find the answers to these questions. What am I doing here on this planet? What is this all for? What is this purpose of this journey? The truth is harsh, but simple, really. Life may not have no meaning. And no one cared about you before you arrived here. And 3 generations after you are gone, maybe you might be forgotten. Unless, of course, you're doing family constellation work, or they are, and searching for the meaning of the generations, right? So the only meaning of life that you can have is the one that you generate for yourself right now. There is no reason not to live playing the games that you want to play, as long as you remember that it is all just a game, and one day your mother will call you home. There is no reason not to build things you want with the people you love and solve the puzzles that entertain you, bring you joy, and hopefully serve others. There is nothing noble about shrinking and not living your life, squeezing it like a lemon to the last drop, taking your absolute maximum out of it, realizing your full potential as a human, and arriving at this point of your death as a fearless being with zero regrets about how your life was lived. It is only through answering our call that we can fulfill our life's mission. It is only through service to others that we can achieve self-actualization. So now, I could give you 100 reasons why everyone needs a coach, but I will only give you the main one. And the only frame of reference that you ever have and ever had is your own mind. So work with your own mind and be gentle, and remember, overthinking is the disease of this age. All problems arise because people don't know where is the button on their minds. And spirituality is not woo-woo. Spirituality, creativity, and all that is a gift. And so my hope for you is that you find your purpose. You design a vision. You engineer your identity. You burn everything that is not true about you to ashes. You gain clarity on your values. You work on your beliefs. You acquire the skills you need to manifest your vision. You build systems. You take systemic action. You change your environment, and you transform your life patiently. I look forward to the next time we meet. And I hope you have an amazing couple of weeks. I know you will, because listening to this, you cannot not. Have a great one. Love and soul hugs. Bye-bye.